Everyone's freaking out about Meta's new Andromeda update, and you've probably seen dozens of marketing gurus shouting about the urgent changes coming to the Facebook algorithm. Now, with all that going on, meanwhile, I've been behind the scenes digging into what Meta actually built under the hood. Because this isn't just a small update, it's one of the biggest leaps in advertising tech we've ever seen, and it all comes back to AI. You see, Andromeda is the result of millions of dollars of investment into NVIDIA AI GPUs. Specifically, it's a new AI-powered retrieval engine designed to enhance personalization and the efficiency of ad delivery across placements. Andromeda is really designed to solve one major problem. How can Meta sift through millions of ads that are active and know which users to serve those ads to? So Meta couldn't just tweak their software, they had to build a new kind of machine. A blend of hardware, machine learning, and system architecture that can handle a level of personalization we've never seen before. So they call this beast Andromeda, and it's part of a 4-engine system that drives everything inside Meta ads. So here's the breakdown. First, you have a lattice. This is pattern recognition on steroids. It finds connections between people and products and behaviors at scale. Second is GEM. Think of this like a lightning fast delivery engine. It decides which ads can load, render, and appear in milliseconds. Third, Andromeda itself. This is the brain that chooses which ads are most relevant, interesting, and likely to perform. And fourth is sequence learning. That's the model that learns how people behave before and after seeing your ads. And it's constantly tracking patterns in user actions. So yeah, Andromeda isn't just your average algorithm. It's more like the infinity gauntlet of ad delivery. Now, imagine the scale of what Meta has to handle every single day. Okay, we're talking about billions of users, right? Millions of advertisers and billions of pieces of content every single day. And the system's job to decide which handful of ads each person will find most interesting every time they open the app. To do that, Meta built a system capable of processing an insane amount of data in real time, right? Think of all those AI optimizations that Meta can make, right? If you stack all that up, it's a crazy amount of optimizations. And that's across every touch point, every impression, every creative. They're trying to get the best results for their advertisers and the best experience. So that's what makes this new wave of personalization so powerful. But here's the real question for us advertisers. How do we actually help the algorithm work for us instead of against us? And that's the million-dollar question, so let's talk about it. First, step one, you want to feed it better data. Meta's sequence learning thrives on rich behavioral signals. Now, that essentially means that you need to send back as much real-world action and data as possible. Every view, every click, every add to cart, every purchase, all of it helps Meta understand who actually responds to your ads. And if you haven't already set up proper server-side tracking yet, now's the time more than ever. And if you haven't, honestly, what are you doing? The better your data feedback loop, the cheaper and more efficient your ads become, right? I think we all know that, and that's the first part, that only gets better and better. Now, that's where investing in something like Hyros can improve that even further by sending back as much clean, usable data as possible, especially over long, complex funnels. Now, side note, if you've never heard of Hyros and want to learn more, I'll leave a link to them in my description. Now, step two is creative diversity. So Meta's Lattice engine looks at your entire creative library, and it knows, right? If all of your ads look the same, that's the same model, the same shot, the same color palette, the same messaging. The system sees it as really duplicate content now. And when everything looks the same, you fade into the background. So you really want to crank up your creative diversity. This gives Meta the most diversification possible, and it kind of just makes sense, right? If you have one style of creative and that doesn't work for you, it's better to go completely left field and try a completely different type of creative, because that might get way better results. And different audiences respond to different creatives. And so you want one maybe more professional and one maybe more organic, user-generated, where it doesn't look like an ad. And those are the types of things that Meta is able to optimize. That also includes maybe changing your on-camera talent, switching up your ad concepts, trying different editing styles and visuals, and even small variations can help your ad stand out in what Meta calls its giant creative library. So keep that in mind. Now, if you've got access to account insights, watch your creative fatigue and creative similarity scores. Meta's now telling you if your ads are flagging these things and if they're not well optimized because of the duplicates or creative fatigue. And step three, structure your account cleanly. There's no magic campaign type that really beats the system, other than setting things up simply and giving Facebook as much control as possible. So whether you use CBO or ABO doesn't matter as much as your overall strategy and understanding your customer personas. So Meta can really only optimize what it understands. So if your campaigns are messy, there's a lot of overlap, there's no real goal or distinction between campaigns or ad groups, then it's going to struggle to efficiently spend your budget, right? So it's like garbage in, garbage out. If you're not putting in good quality content and letting the algorithm do its thing, you're going to ultimately not get great results out of that. So make it easy for the system to learn fast and allocate your budget efficiently by giving them as much control as possible and feeding it as much data in terms of creative and copy as possible. So here's the mindset shift that matters the most. Winning on Meta in 2025, 2026, and beyond isn't about tricking the algorithm anymore. It's about partnering with it, because Meta's goal is the same as yours, and it's always been that way: to show people ads that they actually care about, ads that feel relevant, ads that feel interesting, ads that feel personal. If you can help the system deliver that, you'll win every single time. So the next time someone screams, "The algorithm changed," let everybody freak out. Right, you can just sit back and smile with me, because you'll know what's really going on. The algorithm is not what's killing your ads. Meta doesn't hate you all of a sudden by increasing your cost per click over $10. The algorithm, Meta, it's really just a machine that you need to feed. And it all comes back to fundamental advertising principles on how to make compelling ads that get the result that you want and that what the end user ultimately wants as well. Now, if you do that, you'll stay winning with me and the rest of the advertisers out there. Now, real quick, if you could do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, give it a quick like and also subscribe if you want to learn more about advertising, what's coming up around Meta ads as well as Google ads, and how to set up your campaigns and how to ultimately get better results. And if you stuck around till the end, let me know in the comments what do you think of this new Andromeda update. Do you think it's cool, and do you think this AI investment is going to pay off and it's making your ad results better, or did you see your ad results get worse? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until the next one, have a great rest of your day. Peace.